Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of the DieCast, where once a month we talk about the latest developments in anime and video gaming. If you want to listen to past podcasts, please be sure to follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and YouTube. The links to them are down below. Here with me today are my friends, Gao.
Hey, how's it going? I need to stop playing Monster Hunter, please. Please stop me. Please!
No, no one's gonna stop you, Gao.
Charge.
Gammalad.
Yo, what's going on? Just remember, guys, there can be only one dragon. So pick up Yakuza Kiwami 2 over Monster Hunter.
Do you get
dragon?
Do you get paid for plugging Yakuza every time?
Excuse me. First of all, they could never pay me enough because I love this series too much.
I'm squinting so hard.
Listen, I have. You know how many copies of Yakuza 0 I have bought?
I don't want to know.
I have bought 30.
Not enough.
There you go. I know that.
Yeah,
I know that.
And,
it can go higher.
And the traitor, Darkmoon.
Oh, okay, sure.
Putting him on the spot now, aren't
Yes, I'll say it over and over again. Yanderes are better than Tsunderes, Dark. You know it, I know it. I will put that as a title for the video.
I'm voting for intervention.
Yeah?
I vote for intervention.
Intervention to like correct Darkmoon and his hedonistic ways.
So on to the next host.
and our guest host, who's hopefully not scared by us right now, DillionGoo, who animates Costa Watch and the Overwatch Unleashed animations. Good to have you here, dude.
Hey, thanks for having me, dude.
Yep.
I mean, you get to leave at the end of this. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Call the police.
Listen, the police cannot get you where you're going after this.
No.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So I kindly ask that the live stream audience hold the questions until the end of the podcast, so please be patient. We'll start off with the traitor Darkmoon. How was August for you, man?
It was pretty peaceful. Some things coming up, some comeuppets, but nothing I can really talk about here. But other than that, pretty good.
You mean the Yandere Mills that's after
Not
you?
that.
Oh, they were good to you this month. That's nice.
Oh my fucking god. Christ.
Alright, Gao.
Oh, August has been absolutely wonderful today for me, actually. Again, I got a chance to be a guest host, or basically a guest with the Schmuck Squad back at Anime Fest just recently last weekend ago. We got to do a bunch of panels, an autograph session, meet up with a bunch of the other guests, like voice actors here and there. It was honestly a thrilling experience, and my first time in Texas, too. So, you know, this month has been fucking fantastic, honestly. So, yeah, that's been my day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gammalad?
I've been dying. That's because I've had too many games to play. I've been working on reviews for Little Dragon's Cafe, Yakuza Kiwami 2, getting a few more games of Valkyria Chronicles 4, and a few other ones, and I'm just up to my eyeballs in games I have to review. I think I put out like 4 this month in a very short period of time. So my August has been crazy.
At least it's better than boring, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And to top it all off, at the end of the month, I have my civil service exam I have to take for a job interview. So that's always fun.
Good luck, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. DillionGoo?
I mean, besides animating as usual, been playing way too much Monster Hunter. So
Hey.
Nice.
yeah. But it's been great.
Yep.
Nice.
For me, just been teaching myself Blender. I've been trying out this game called Honkai Impact Third. Like, I usually don't play mobile games, but it's actually pretty fun. So been playing that. Been trying to get back into Dragon Ball Fighters. I tried out the new Goku and Vegeta DLC. Like, base Goku is probably the most. Well, he's still similar to the other Gokus, but he has 2 moves that can make him the most powerful character in the game. The regular Spyro Bomb and the Super Spyro Bomb. Like I've seen people like just kill people stringing those 2 combos together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's close to a one-hit kill.
It's pretty overpowered.
We're just getting started with these DLC characters, I swear.
Yeah. And again, I'm like prepping for the day that they announce Kale and Khalifa, because like I noticed in my comment section, like they kept mentioning that Kale and Khalifa is in Xenoverse 2, and there've been like a data leak saying that there's a possibility that they'll appear in Fighters, and I'm just like saying, okay, I gotta get a script ready. Those two are gonna appear in the game. Those two are gonna appear in the game.
Hey.
So what if they never do?
I still remember that video that you literally said DLC, like in that Dragon Ball video involving fighters or something.
Yeah, third DLC.
And then wasn't one of the lines I remember is that let's see if Universe 2 would take us or something.
Yeah. I fucking predicted it.
There you go. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Got an issue? Here's a tissue.
Yeah. And
I haven't forgotten that.
Yeah, and the funny part is that was from Austin Powers. Like I remember, what was a Gold Member, in which Austin Powers was complaining about his father saying, "You never spend time with me," blah 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 blah, and his father said, "Oh, whatever. If you have an issue, here's a tissue."
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, good touch.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right. Go ahead, go. Yep.
Oh no. I mean, we're good. Go for it.
All right. So let's talk about One Punch Man. It was recently announced that One Punch Man Season 2 will start airing April 2019, not winter 2020 as it was originally rumored to be. So I want to discuss about the rumor thing because, like...
Where did that come from?
Okay, that came from a Twitter account name, let me pull up, Yonko Productions. In fact, I was supposed to do like a video with him for the show in Jump Month, but he was too busy. But he broke the story, saying his sources said that One Punch Man was going to air like a couple weeks ago, if I remember correctly. Like they're going to show the first episode, and then they were going to delay it until 2020. Like originally, I thought like, oh shit, if they really do that, then that's going to kill the hype for it. Like it did. Like, it kind of killed the hype for, like, Attack on Titan when they did that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, personally, I think for One Punch Man, it's that kind of anime that's satire that no matter... I personally think I would look forward to it regardless, compared to, like, when Attack on Titan is a very serious type of show, while this one's, like, a more comedy action-y type of series to begin with. So, you know, regardless if they push it back further and further, I mean, I think I would say the more dedicated people who actually enjoy the show will definitely wait. But as for that wait, yeah, was it 2020 that they said? It is a bit of a long stretch, so hopefully they might find something, or maybe they're really trying to amp up the animation since like this is a different studio that's doing the One Punch Man now.
Yeah, JC Staff. If you're familiar with like the Magical Index animes, they worked on that.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that one. Yeah, the style works, so I can see it happening.
Yeah, like my main concern is it seems like the studio might be under pressure to like live up to the animation standard that the previous season held.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like they're probably sweating bricks right now.
I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, like once that comes out, it's going to somewhat compete with My Hero Academia, that's already trending like hotcakes, like Jesus. So I guess you could say for the One Punch Man anime season 2, I think pushing it back would be good once like the My Hero Academia finishes up by time, I guess, or at least I don't know how long, but finish up enough during the season so that way One Punch Man can be like next in line, so that way people can get their fill in hero stuff, you know. Well, at least that's how I see it.
Well, the thing is that One Punch Man season 2 is airing in like 2019, and I bet you My Hero Academia season 4, I guess, is going to air around that time.
Oh boy!
If my suspicions are correct, so.
You know, it's funny because like I think when I was doing me and the Schmuck Squad were doing a directing session, I think one of like our handlers or somebody who worked in the staff was wondering, I know My Hero Academia, but what is One Punch Man? I'm like, oh god, no, it's happening. It's like, oh crap, they are uninformed about the One Punch Man. This needs to come out soon.
Jeez, it's happening already?
Well, one person, I guess. I don't know if there's a lot of people, but like, yeah, one of the main staff was only familiar with My Hero Academia as the show, while One Punch Man's like, what's that? Sadly, so it's like, we had to like inform her quickly about what is it about, being like it's a complete satire of like a hero and the hero genre, and it does have a lot of great action, animation, all that stuff. But either then, yeah, honestly, I think for my One Punch Man, they need to get out a little sooner than we should have before people end up forgetting what they are now. That'd be bad.
Yeah, like season 1 aired to like 2015, if I remember correctly,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, that's
It's a
3
long
years
time
ago.
ago.
then.
Yeah.
3 years.
Do you guys happen to know why they switched studios?
I assume it had to do with like Madhouse working on other projects. To be honest.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Madhouse's big thing right now is Overlord because it makes the most. It gets the monies,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
they have.
really
I think they have
worries
other.
me.
They have other projects. I don't know what other current stuff they've been currently doing, other than like what was it? Hiseneto Masotan was Madhouse's most latest works that I remember watching. Animated pretty well, if you ask me, but I think that's the last thing I remember seeing. I'm not certain if there's anything else they've been working on.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know. Like, sorry, I know the first one was actually sort of like a passion project, and I wonder if that means that they spent way too much money on it.
I thought they had
So-
like
Actually, they had like a pretty average budget for what they had.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I know they got a lot of freelancers, so that's like what I'm basing it off of. But I don't know how much exactly they spent. That's not bad then.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
We'll have to see.
I am a bit worried that the trailer that they showed only footage from season 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same.
That does not bode well for me.
That means that they're not barely. They're just barely getting started with it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed
Oh.
a poster and it looks fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been hearing the manga has been going into a really good route lately. New characters, new stuff in the story. I'm not certain. I didn't read. it yet,
Yes.
but, like,
Black Sperm was recently introduced.
whoa. That's what's
Repeat-
going on.
Say that again.
The Black Sperm was introduced.
The This is what's happening.
Yes.
Okay. God, I need to read this now. Fuck.
And Hobo Emperor.
I am just
the
gonna grab my water and just drink it.
Just let it be. Just let it be.
Okay.
Wow.
So for the black sperm, is it
Be ready for that.
literally?
It's a guy in a black full black suit. And he looks like a sperm.
How
And his
about
name
we-
is Black Sperm.
How about we go to the next topic?
Anime is canceled. Anime is canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. One Punch Man
Um,
is doing wonders right now.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
Saitama
damn.
killed God.
Let's face it, he probably could.
He could.
Did!
All right.
All right. So the next one. This one. Oh man. I think I've seen a lot of videos talking about this.
Yep.
But damn.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you've missed my entire 2 cent rants on this.
Well, you can redo it again because we're talking about it. Okay. In scumbag news, Philip Misen was recently fired from IGN after plagiarizing his Dead Cells review. Apparently, he not only plagiarized that, but several other articles as well. Hell, he even plagiarized his resume.
No. We're not stopping there. He's plagiarized every piece of work he put on IGN.
Oh, you shitting me?
They-
Everyone.
IGN has reasons to believe that every single piece of work he did was fraudulent.
How do you not find that out sooner?
It's because what happened. IGN's a big conglomerate, and they can't keep tabs on everything.
Mm.
What happened was he would steal stuff from very small YouTubers or other like or websites people don't really care much about, like very like enthusiast websites like Nintendo Life.
Mhm.
He stole from other IGN editors.
Oh.
He even plagiarized an interview.
What?
Yes, he plagiarized an interview. And he basically, so how the DMs went down. He asked the guy, okay, hey, I'm interviewing one of the devs for Octopath. I've not been keeping up on this game. You got any questions I can work off of? He gave him like 10 question examples he could ask, and he asked all 10 of them himself and used it for the interview.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Well, I mean, the guy's gone now. He's off of Twitter. He's off YouTube.
His career is fucked.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Ugh. What was it? I read from the videos about like he was trying to deny it or and play a victim most of the time when he was when they mentioned that he was plagiarizing.
As someone who's had their reviews plagiarized before, I put this man's ass on blast.
Wait, seriously?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
I've had several of my reviews ripped word for word on other websites, not big ones, like small websites I've never heard of, and I'm like, why is my review here? You even took my images. You took my scorecard.
Holy shit!
Yep.
Jesus.
That's terrible, honestly.
That is really terrible. You know what's the funny thing? I remember like Yang Yan was talking about this. Apparently, he in his video he actually challenged the Kotaku editor, saying, "I dare you to find more articles I plagiarized because you won't find any." They're like, "All right, all right. There's this, that, and that."
Is Philip even your real name?
At this point, it probably isn't.
This man, honestly, I know people have been asking, why is he doing this? You know, enthusiasts would kill to get a job at IGN. I mean, make all the can't spell ignorance about IGN jokes you want, but most people who write about games would love to work at IGN or GameSpot or The Escapist or any type of big gaming website. The reason people are speculating is he didn't care to write. He wanted to be poached by Nintendo.
Poached.
Oh.
What?
Because Nintendo, Sega, and a few other devs usually get their employees from IGN and other websites.
Huh.
So like the Nintendo editor at IGN, he was picked up by Nintendo to work as one of their leads at the Treehouse.
Jeez. Okay.
A lot of their writers are picked up. Either their Sony writer was picked up to work for Sony. Poached, like I know we're not supposed to respond in the chat, but poached, like in a poached egg, not pouched. Granted, that can work too in context because they're putting them in their pockets. But yeah, these companies will go to IGN and take their top people. And I'm pretty sure he thought by doing what he was doing, he could slide his way into working at Nintendo.
It just raises a question of what the hell's going on with gaming journalism these days.
I mean, no one thought to check because no one thinks someone is that stupid or obvious.
Yeah.
Like the problem with plagiarism, like on this level of degree, no one bothered to check because no one would think, okay, you have a once in a lifetime job here. You're not that dumb to screw it up. And well, he screwed it up.
It's like Phil Melton. Like after you said that, I could just imagine Phil Melton said, "Hold my beer."
Pretty much. This isn't the first time IGN's been in a situation like this. So IGN one time had a freelancer they hired to write a review for Tokyo Mirage Sessions. He took the code and skipped town. Didn't review it. He took the game and no one heard from him again.
You fucking serious?
Yeah, IGN can't catch a break sometimes, and that's probably why their freelance criteria has become even more a pain. This is coming from someone who's applied for IGN freelance. That paperwork took like 3 hours to fill out.
Wow.
Jeez.
I gotta be real.
Guaranteed a freelance job.
I gotta be real with this when it comes to like IGN has always rubbed me the wrong way as one of those people that will give you a game review about stuff because it just seems a little too big and it'll end up doing a lot of like mismanagement mistakes because they're just trying to pump out so many reviews and journalism and stuff all the time. Like honestly, I would thought his reputation would be considered that over time, and like you would look at more independent like video reviews from other YouTubers or something over their own websites and shit like that. But knowing that even then game companies would actually trust IGN after all this time, and now guess what? They've been found out to be editors. Like, how can you even trust IGN at this point? What if it's not just him? What if a bunch of other the employees could be fucking this up? Like you said, probably just in it for the money and the cheap connections. Like
this is true. IGN is also, since this they have, like I said before that whole Tokyo Mirage Sessions thing was a big debacle. Getting in freelance at IGN was a lot easier. After that, you have to fill out an entire form of everything you've ever done online to even qualify for freelance. I feel like now, thanks to this whole situation, IGN is going to be much more critical on who they bring in to work for them. And remember, this wasn't some, like, you know, entry-level journalism job or reviewer job. He was the top Nintendo editor.
Oh.
There is like one good side to all this.
What's up?
If I remember correctly, the review he plagiarized from Boomstick Gaming, if I remember correctly, his channel exploded.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
man. I guess you can say it really boomed.
Nice. In fact, let me take a look at his channel.
I'm sticking to that one.
78,000 subscribers right now. And that video when he mentioned the
70,000? It was like
78,000.
It was
Yep.
it was like 20,000 last time I checked.
Before the whole thing blew up, he was about my size on YouTube, like 15K subs.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he's getting the reputation he deserves, especially being plagiarized. And like that video when he said he got copied from IGN is currently at 1.3 million. So people, it's spreading the word out there. It's getting out there a lot, definitely.
And honestly, I feel like I will blame IGN for a lot of dumb stuff they've done, but I feel like IGN is out of their hands.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like
I will defend IGN on this one. They handled it perfectly.
Yeah.
they didn't know that the editor was doing that, really.
Correct. I mean, no one wants to hire a plagiarist. It's someone who has their own review staff. The moment I find out someone is trying to plagiarize someone's work, no, they're out.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
There's a level of acting in good faith you have to have with your writers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I think it's also part of the internet culture these days. Like people just stealing content without even crediting the original source. I think that's also what's to play about this.
Yeah, it's gonna be an endless cycle about just ripping and stealing and then putting it up, regardless of the matter, in all forms of media.
Yeah.
You just gotta try to work through it, and if anything, try to see what you can to report on it, or at least take them down before it gets out of hand. So hey, he went out of his way to at least mention it. He went out of his way to even call him out on it, since he didn't have any way of reporting on it or trying to do something to tell the proof other than the video. And surprisingly enough, he's getting the views and the amount of people that deserve that from that review he deserves from it.
Well, I remember IGN maybe offering him a job there
as an apologetic job. It's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry for this asshole. Can we hire you? Okay.
I mean, it's more or less like, wow, you wrote a really good review that someone stole. You want a job here?
Yeah.
It
must have been real. Yeah, it seems like it did pretty well from our editors, and before he fired him, you know what? Screw it. Come over. You're with one of us now. Just don't do the same thing.
I will never understand it. As someone who's been trying to get a job in the gaming industry, why would you just screw it up that royally? Like seriously.
Well, see, but here's the thing, though. It's for him, it was working the whole time, and that's how he probably got in. And so he has to keep doing it in order to keep up that facade, probably.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Every one of his YouTube videos were plagiarized.
Oh my God!
Christ.
He's been a fraud since day one.
Jesus.
Yikes.
He would go to Reddit and read entire posts and claim it off as his video.
He just the guy just doesn't have time. He's throwing that money off, God knows whatever. He gained ladies' fucking money, but not doing reviews on video games because he doesn't play video games. What the fuck? What is games to him? All he does is just write for fucking money. That's all I'm thinking about this. Oh, this is all my interpretations I'm thinking this editor is doing, because when you're in IGN, I'm just thinking you're making a decent amount by then, at least. So he probably took a little too much of an easy route and fucked him over in the long run. So that's him. Some people wants to have this as a passion thing. Sadly enough, he's one that isn't passionate about this and is only in it for the money, sadly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. At least now it seems like everything's been sorted out. At least.
I'm glad. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, he is gonna have to literally leave the state of California and get a job somewhere in a completely different field.
Get a job
preferably one that's not writing.
Just get a job in the deli shop. There you go. That's all you'll get.
Man, he'll plagiarize someone's sandwich recipe.
Copy a sandwich recipe. Oh, shit.
There is a specific amount of Caesar dressing I need on my chicken salad sandwich. You don't understand.
God damn it.
Yep. All right, so let's talk about Spyro. All right.
Oh hell yeah!
Man, this is spiraling out of control.
My good little purple boy.
I'm actually happy at this decision they're
Yeah.
making. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the games I've been looking forward to this year is a Spyro remake. Unfortunately, it has not unfortunately, but it's been delayed to November of this year. So one of the main reasons why it was delayed was because of the whole one game on one disc, two games you have to download. So the developers actually talked to, I believe, Activision, saying, "Hey, we need more time to actually put all the games in one disc." So originally I was a little concerned about it, but now after hearing that, I have good faith that this game will actually be great
No, absolutely. I don't know why Activision tried to rush it out the door.
because it's
They want the
Activision.
sales. They want them sales badly. That's it. So it's like, do you have internet? Just download it. It's like, no, that's not how
I
it
guess you
fucking
could-
works.
I guess you can say for this whole thing, they really didn't have Activision.
I'm just gonna take a drink every time you make a bad joke.
Quick,
Well, Please.
Well, Jesus.
quick side note about this whole Spyro game. The Spyro Twitter and the website and whatnot have been releasing pictures of revamped characters and how they looked in the original game and how they look now.
Like Hunter.
And yeah,
Go ahead.
but a lot of people have, there's a few designs people don't agree with. There's a few people that really like the designs. But the funniest things I've seen are people going, "This has awakened something in me."
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh god.
The furries are coming.
First Tony the Tiger, now Hunter. No.
Oh,
Come
God.
on. Leave him
God.
alone. He's a
Oh,
good
God.
boy.
Oh god.
Jesus.
How bad are we talking?
Oh, die. Oh, die.
Hey,
Let's
die.
take this generic looking dragon, give him big, beefy arms with overalls and
Dark.
a deep, soothing voice. Like,
Dark.
Oh, no.
Dark.
No.
We should probably
Whatever
not
you-
look at Dark's internet history.
Dark. Whatever you Dark. Stay the fuck away from Furfinity, please.
I posted an image.
Stay the fuck away from Furfinity now. Everyone, just don't even go there. Whatever you do, don't.
That's not even my thing, but just like, I just like the design. It's like, come on.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's
But,
what they all say.
That's
That's what every furry in denial says.
It's not! No!
Oh my goodness.
Christ.
Dark, I didn't know this about you.
Well, let's just put that in the journal. Bam.
Yeah.
There you go.
No,
I think-
But-
no.
I think one of the designs I was like concerned about was the design for like Sheila the kangaroo.
Sheila? Yeah.
Yeah, was it
people
like
have been-
yellow looking, I guess, was it? Instead of just being a regular kangaroo?
She looks.
Well,
if anything, she looks very shiny. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
I mean, I prefer it to the just normal kind of bland looking kangaroo from the original, but I do find it weird that let's take this kangaroo, give her these wide hips with this tiny waist, give her a vest, put a red wig on her. There we go. That's Sheila.
Yeah, well, why can't it just be a regular kangaroo, you know? I thought it was appealing enough as it is, especially, but nope, they gotta spice it up because remaster remake type of shit, so make it look nice and fancy. But it's like, look, you can look at Spyro and he's not much change other than the base design. Why can't you just do the same for every other character?
The character design that looks fucking fantastic is Moneybags. He looks. If you look at the picture of him, he
Oh,
looks
boy.
like a greedy asshole.
That is
love
some
it.
fine. That's some fine level barbecue we're gonna do to that bear. I swear to God. Oh boy, he looks great. I can't wait to put him with this pitchfork and burn him to a fucking crisp.
So this
That's
is all fine and good, but when can Activision remake Enter the Dragonfly?
No,
We don't talk about Enter the
No.
Dragonfly.
no.
Listen, that game had so much potential to be good,
And they
but,
fucked it up!
DreamWorks screwed it up.
They fucked it up.
No,
They fucked
no,
it up.
Universal screwed it up.
Yeah.
They're pretty fucked. There's so many glitches.
Yeah.
So let
God.
Activision let them make it again.
and make it
Yeah, but-
and add a speedrun component to it as well.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can speedrun the original one. It's just very
Yeah.
you can just go for all the levels.
Yeah, but this is a chance. This could be the chance. They could make like the best speedrunning game ever. I mean, they just made Enter the Dragonfly. Like they made the speedrunning element for Enter the Dragonfly accidentally. Now, what happens if they actually put actual effort to it? It could be the best speedrunning game ever.
Oh boy, everything's
wow,
gonna
yeah,
go
you're
to
right.
shit.
Behold.
You know what? No, you know what? I'm gonna prove it's still a good game at its core, and I'm gonna stream it someday.
I will host you if you stream that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, boy. I remember actually playing that game when I first bought it, and like, the first thing that happened when I went playing the game is that I went through the gate and unintentionally, and now I was stuck there for like the rest of the entire game. I didn't know what to do. It sucked. But yeah, no. I will admit for Spyro pushing it back from November, good. You know, I'm glad that the ones who are making the game are considering all the feedback to making sure that this game gets the proper like package that people get, because again, nobody would have now. This is going to be a offline game in the end of the day. What if somebody brings in a PS4 with their buds, but you know, maybe out in the streets or forest, I don't know, bring some sort of fucking projector? What if they want to actually play the game offline? They can't go online just playing the first one all the time, or only the first one, and you have to download the 2 and 3rd, and wasting internet like that. Like, yeah, no, I think I'd be better off that they hold it off to have everything packaged in the disc and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, there's no updates, there's no DLCs we will need unless they do some sort of like DLC of a hard mission like they did with Crash Bandicoot, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how many people brought the Crash Bandicoot remake?
I did.
Okay, did you beat Stormy Descent?
Is that the DLC?
Yeah.
No.
Never touched the DLC.
Never touched the DLC, sadly.
Okay, that level was painful.
I've seen.
Yeah, it caused me to like, like I remember streaming it last year, and it just caused me to like break down and actually create that little Crash Bandicoot dad meme for my gaming channel. Yeah,
oh my God.
It was a fun time. It was.
Yeah, no, I can see why that one was cut from the game given the difficulty. Like Jesus Christ. I've seen a lot of people record. I think was it Peanut Butter Gamer was playing the game, playing that level. I think I don't know if it was him.
It was Cadicarus, if I remember correctly.
Cadicarus. All right, gotcha. It was still pretty fucked. Oh goddamn. But I don't know if there was any other cut. No, it would be interesting in the sake of Spyro if there was cut content that they would like to include into the Spyro game. Honestly, like it'd be nice. But the few things I will say that I'm gonna have to give Spyro a little criticism on with their HD remake is that I feel like it's getting way too flashy and showy of its being, hey, this is a brand new, it's remastered, remaked game, you know, like with the idea of Hunter, the dragons, and like the kangaroo kind of getting a complete overhaul change and everything. It's like, you know, I hope it doesn't go too far where some of the character designs might be a little bit too detailed, I guess, because sometimes the thing about the original Spyro games for me was that its simplistic designs were unique and iconic. You look at Hunter, he has like you recognize him immediately because he has a wide ass fucking face. You look at the kangaroo as a plain kangaroo, and he's the one that kicked Moneybags down to Shin. You recognize again all these characters because like when they base character designs as it is, it's not too much. It's like, you know, you're doing a graphic design and they're putting fucking sparkles everywhere. It's like, no, you don't need that. The simplicity works just as fine. I'm worried that this game particularly might be getting to that HD route a little too much. That's the thing.
I don't think they'll go that far. From what we've seen, it's just most of the characters have more of a unique design. Like it's mostly the dragons that are getting the big overhaul where one of them's a wizard, one of them's a coffee guy, one of them's a hero, you know, like that kind of stuff.
I just, like I said, you know, I'm a little worried that it might be a little, like, I guess you could say, too remastered. There's still, I feel like they should like tone it down a bit, or I hope that the rest of the game isn't going too nuts, because I do appreciate that you can still play the old music from Spyro in case you don't like the remaster remake that they've been doing for Spyro overall, you know? I'm glad about that you can still change up the music to the old one if you want to. But it also kind of shows that that means their confidence with the remaster might be a little too strong, or they went too hard on it to basically be remastered and all that. So that's just my only concern. I'll still love the game regardless. It's just a little pet peeve I have with it as a remaster as is, you know, when they're trying to make these decisions to bring the game back.
Thank God it's not like one of those games where it's like Zelda Ocarina of Time and the Unreal Engine and it just looks awful.
Yeah. I actually watched a YouTube video about that, like the whole Link versus Ganon fight.
Yeah.
Like the animation looked kind of clunky. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really clunky.
In every Nintendo group I'm in on Facebook, you're like, "Oh, this looks amazing! Nintendo, do this, please." And I'm like, no, this looks awful. Nintendo never do this. Please.
Yeah, don't. It's very mixed on that, I feel, but yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's go to the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk about JoJo.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you knew I was going to talk about this. All right, several new PVs has been shown for the Part 5 anime, as well as it was recently announced that Coda and the songwriters for the Evangelion opening will be working on the Part 5 opening.
That's interesting, actually. Wow.
What a weird combination.
It is
I know,
weird.
right?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, real talk. I could care less. Initially, I could care less about the Part 5 anime because to me,
Get out. Get out.
No,
no,
it's my podcast. It's my podcast. It's my
No,
podcast.
I'm taking it over. Get out.
No,
Now a JoJo podcast.
No.
Hey, hold on. Let him speak his piece. Go on.
But now I'm actually very hyped for this anime. Very hyped. Like the design. Like again, I said this on Twitter numerous times. Part 5 is where they start switching to the more effeminate designs. These characters look more manlier than the Part 4 people. Like,
Yeah, because they're not soft boys.
They're manly and fabulous at the same time. Have respect on them. You better put some respect on Gianno's name.
Those sparkles are real.
but the thing I'm curious about is the Evangelion people. Like, how did they pull that off?
Someone knows someone and they asked a favor?
Well, that too, but I'm just like shocked that they actually got the Evangelion people to like do the opening for JoJo. Like, is this going to be like JoJo Gillian now? Well, July part.
They probably might be creative of maybe make a happy opening, possibly. I don't know, because like most of the openings for JoJo's nowadays are always full of energy and some sort of like peppy pop type of song. So if the one who's doing Evangelion is going to do it, it's probably going to be a lot of that. I mean, already knowing how the Evangelion opening is, I could see it working. Honestly, I can.
I can't imagine it being happy with knowing how the part ends.
Well, it's, you know what? I'll put this as a little slight tangent when it comes to like openings like Fuya. There's Gundam Victory. You look at the opening for that one. That shit is lies. It's so happy-go-lucky, but nope. So they might as well fool you if you don't know what it is.
Motoka. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, there you go.
Coughing on something. I don't know what it was.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But Madoka also comes to mind. Like,
yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go off tangent and talk about Madoka. Like, I talked about it in my live streams, but I remember when the first PV dropped for Madoka. It was like this cutesy anime, and if you look closely, Gan Urobuchi was working on it. Gan Urobuchi is known for writing some messed up stuff. He wrote Fate Zero, he wrote this Cthulhu visual novel, and he wrote Psychopaths. So people on Twitter kept asking him, "Hey, this is pretty damn happy. Are you sure there's not going to be any messed up stuff?" He's like, No. It's going to be happy. I guarantee you. It's going to warm your heart. I will heal your heart." Episode 1 aired. Like, they had the creepy opening, and people kept asking him, "Are you sure this is going to be happy?" He's like, Yes, I will heal your hearts. I guarantee you, this will make you happy." Episode 3 happens, in which, that head thing happened, and then Andre is like, "By the way, I lied. This is going to get worse."
It was all a lie.
Manda. Are you sure it was Eliza? Maybe from his perspective, he was happy. And that's what he was getting at. Have you considered that?
He lied, Gamma!
No, if he was happy, he wasn't lying. He never said who was going to be happy.
Somebody was happy, that's for certain.
Yeah, Gan Urobuchi was happy.
Yeah.
But now, okay, so let's back to the JoJo thing. So, Coda. So the thing is that Coda worked on the opening for JoJo Part 2, which is one of my favorite
that
openings of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll actually do a great job for this opening as well.
I'm just excited for Part 5, finally getting some JoJo in here and there honestly. So we'll I'm again. I think this is one that I'm like very fuzzy on. I only know brief summaries of most of these stories, but I think this one's like the one I didn't get much info on. So honestly, this will be a blind watch for part 5. I'm interested. I know.
That'll be fun.
That's going to be interesting. Yes, indeed.
You are not. Did you or did you not drink the piss?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure about that?
I didn't drink the piss. No.
Was it the jellyfish in your mouth?
No, there's no jellyfish in my mouth.
So you drank the piss?
No, I didn't drink the piss.
Oh no.
This is gonna be interesting. I can see it. Part 5. Here we go.
You heard it here first. Gal drank the piss.
Oh boy.
You shouldn't have drank the piss, Gal. You shouldn't have pissed to drink the piss.
I think a lot of people are going to drink the piss once part 5 starts. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a lot of people. God.
Yep. All right, so let's talk about Jump Force.
All right.
Okay.
What a good transition. Why are there no JoJo characters in it yet?
Yet. Again, the keyword yet. They're probably still thinking about who to add.
Yeah.
God knows what it is.
Yep.
Because, like, again, given the fact of how bizarre it is, like, you had to, like, emulate. Oh, then again, they already have, like, 3D fighting characters. They're probably just hyping it up more by putting the major ones and then the real MVPs later or something.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
So, in context, in Jump Force news, several One Piece characters, Hunter x Hunter characters have been added to the roster. In addition, a character creation mode has been announced for the game.
What the fuck? I can make my own jump character?
Yes, you can.
Oh, whoa! Is this Xenoverse Jump Force Edition?
Everything,
fuck yeah!
Everything's Xenoverse, Gal. Naruto's Xenoverse, Dragon Ball is Xenoverse. Hell, even your waifus could be Xenoverse.
Fucking Death Note Xenoverse? Fuck yeah, dude! Let's do it!
So what you're saying is I can finally put Kazuma Kiryu into this?
Dude, you can make the ultimate Dio.
Gamma, we need to sit down. We
Listen, if my staff members couldn't talk me down from this, you will not talk me down either.
Gamma, Kiryu will never appear in Jump Force.
Yeah, your better bet to find Kiryu is in Dead or Alive, and I've heard...
No, I'm saying, what you're saying is I can create Kiryu in there.
He's not Kiryu, Gamma!
I created him in Monster Hunter. I can create him in this game.
Gamma,
oh no.
Gamma, just,
he's in denial. He's in denial.
Oh god,
he's in denial.
What am I denying? I'm saying I can create it if I want to.
He's in denial. You just gotta let him be.
First of all, I'm not in denial. I'm in Cleveland.
Look, I'll call the hospital right now, okay?
Gamma, we won't snap this denial out of you. Kiryu will never appear in Jump Force, Gamma.
Yeah,
but
we're
if
on our way to pick up Gammalad later. I know he has a mental problem. We'll take care of it.
I mean, they better be on the way to pick you up too, then.
I'm fine, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm fine, man. You're the one with the problem.
I mean, you keep saying I'm in denial, but I live in Cleveland, so you are the one who's obviously confused.
Look, you can keep saying your Kiryu's gonna come back, and sadly, it's not gonna happen.
But it's a character creator.
It ain't the official one, though. Sadly, it ain't approved.
That's fine. I can still create any character I want.
Okay.
I can put Squid Girl in this if I want to now.
Okay,
Sure.
Gamma, if you do create Kiryu, what will it be his powers? Will it be like Dragon Ball powers, One Piece powers?
Oh, let's like a Kenshiro clone. That's it.
You know, actually, that is interesting with the character creations. Like, there are so many genres of attacking and stuff and move sets that are coming from Jump Force. How the hell are they going to implement that into a character creation mode?
That's the main concern a lot of people are having. Like, you have all these franchises. You have Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Bleach, and and how will the character creative work? Like, will your character be able to select certain skills from those type of games, or will it be like characters can only choose like One Piece moves and that's it? Like,
yeah, no, that's exactly. It's like so many of these characters. Like, the idea about Jump Force is on its own is that they're not just like, well, again, in Xenoverse Dragon Ball, they're all like Saiyans or they're using key type of powers, so it's like it's easy to kind of customize on that. But in this case, you're looking at stretchy arm people, Super Saiyan, Death, or people that could turn into big muscly men like Gon or some shit. Or God, there's so fucking many. How are you going to implement that unless they do some sort of stupid shit like original moves with sets, which I would be kind of disappointed if that was the case. What if somebody wants
Yeah.
their Super Saiyan, Bleach, Reaper, or a Gear Third character? What if they want to put those together or some shit? Like, they got to make sure that if they're going to make a character creation mode, that the options are nearly plenty and they have that implemented. But yeah, I don't know.
But
We'll have to see.
yeah, so let's talk about some of the gameplay from it. So one of the things that that a lot of people are saying is that Ichigo is probably the better character in the game. Like
Ichigo.
Why?
Apparently he moves a lot faster and he can get better combos in than any other fighters.
Oh shit.
Mm.
And then again, to be fair, this Ichigo is spoiler Ichigo. Like, majority of this is nearly like near the end of the manga, particularly that's never seen anime. So they're going all out with Ichigo with Bleach. Yeah.
One of the things I'm curious about is, well, like we all know there's like Shonen Jump's 50th anniversary special, but I'm just wondering if this is going to open the doors to other Shonen Jump properties getting their own games. Like one of the things I remember is that people said Bleach never really had. Well, I think they had a game in the past.
They had games. Oh, I remember they had a PS3 game that's like it was like a gun, like a Musou game. Well, in the past, doesn't get a lot of credit for, or it's not really that known. I think the story was in like in the middle of something, so it wasn't really important. But it was in the PS3. Bleach had a few games in the past, but it wasn't so.
But I'm just wondering if this is going to open the doors to more Shonen Jump properties getting their own game. Like, imagine like an open world Hunter x Hunter game, or an open world One Piece. Oh wait, they're working on that.
Yeah, we already have that. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah.
Wait, it's so weird to me. An open world One Piece game.
If there was it's not going to be really the most. This is like this is just a fraction of how big fucking One Piece is, and they actually have the balls to think they can make an open world game off that.
I guess you can say that only one piece is the whole pie.
God damn it!
Hey, I'm drinking my drink again.
No one can defeat Vegeta, but the player character Kun. Oh, they're so strong.
Let's give the player Kun like more harems. Give him a harem. Yeah.
But yeah, no, this game is honestly, I have hopes for it because like I had this feeling with J-Star's Victory Versus when they released that. I personally thought it was just an experiment of how people would feel with like the crossover series still, because like the Jump Force games from like the DS and stuff were like there were plenty, but they were only in Japan. Now that Shonen Jump is literally out there more even in America. This is just my theory, but I'm thinking that the feedback with the game, the feedback of Shonen Jump in general, and all that this is the one where they'll fix all the issues that they had when they first tried it out, and really go out with the roster, like the biggest Jump roster. Hopefully, they'll include more that you've ever seen. So we're only just getting started. I'm not certain. When's the release date for this game? They didn't really announce it.
They didn't announce that. I'm assuming. I'm not too sure myself, but the one thing I'm really hoping that they add to Jump Force is My Hero Academia characters.
Well,
It's I'm actually not sure about that. I'm not certain if they would, because like
it's unlikely that they wouldn't at least put Deku or somebody.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is that at that same announcement, which I know this game's gonna come out early, there's already a dedicated like third three fighting game for My Hero Academia coming out all standalone. Yeah. And like it'll be kind of weird to some extent, like I guess if they were to try that, given that they already have a game kind of similar and faster than the source material or something. So I'm not certain. I don't know if they will put a My Hero Academia character in there. Sadly, I don't know if they would, because like that's some licensing that they're gonna have to go through. And in fact, it's just weird coincidence that it's like there's there's like two fighting games involving My Hero already so fast.
Yep.
I find it unlikely that they wouldn't add at least one character.
Yeah.
Maybe worst case scenario, he could be an assist.
Assist trophy.
Oh boy, Smash. But yeah, no. But yeah, other than that, I honestly say, like, again, I tried out the game a while back at Anime Expo. Definitely less stiff than J-Stars, but I still think the My Hero Academia fighting game is still more smoother. But the promise that it's showing, especially with the announcement of like Sanji going to where it actually goes into its big form, which is pretty cool. Vegeta, and the fact that most of these spoiler characters and create your own character, I feel like there's going to be a lot of fan service through this game alone, and I think this. And you know what? I'm probably gonna go out. I have high hopes for it, very high hopes.
I have like moderate hopes. Like the fact that you said that they improved the stiffness raised it a little bit, but I'm still a little cautious about it.
If you ever get a chance to at least try it out one day, you'll see what I mean by like something definitely got improved when you're playing the fighting game compared to J-Star's Victory Versus.
Yep. All right. So I've been waiting a long time to talk about this.
Oh boy.
Now let's talk about the gameplay trailer for Devil May Cry 5.
Got it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta let it out.
Go for it.
Journalists aren't going to be able to hear the soundtrack.
Oh man. Okay.
Excuse me,
Wait.
Dark. You want to have a conversation?
No. Have
I
you
mean,
seen-
is there something you want to talk to me about?
Not you specifically, but a lot of journalists have been complaining, Devil May Cry 5 doesn't have that much of a soundtrack. It's kind of disappointing.
What?
No. Because you know about the mechanic where the better you play, the more and louder the music gets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to hear the music. Play that thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But they're adding like a lot of interesting mechanics to this game. Like first off, they fixed the camera. I'm live streaming like Devil May Cry 4 right now, and playing it. I realize that the camera is annoying at times. So they fixed the camera.
Yeah.
They added a taunting system in which you can actually do mid-air taunts.
Yes!
Like
Finally!
and Nera has like 8 arms. One of them is a freaking drill hand.
We gotta get
Yeah.
Race
That's-
for the drill hand.
Yes, that sounds fucking fantastic.
I'm just wondering if there's gonna be like a Gurren Lagann reference in one of Nera's moves. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
there has to be one.
I'm down to knowing more about the story they're going to be doing with this game, particularly like what is it exactly now that it's an official continuation of the franchise and not the remake that we've had a while back.
Mhm.
I want to now know like where is the story going to lead? Why does Nero lost his demon arm? What's
Because
happened?
his dad hits him.
Because Daddy wanted his arm back. Apparently, Nero was playing the Linkin parts too loud, so he decided to punish him by taking his hand.
And now, well, we gotta bring out good old Dante with the beard and everyone else to help his fucking daddy issues.
Motorcycle sword.
Fucking motorcycle swords, holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I actually really looking forward to what they're gonna do here. But like, Dead Series Darkmoon, like the journalist said, they didn't think it was a good soundtrack. But
There's
folks, it
been a
didn't play
lot
well.
of journalists who have been saying, there's a lack of soundtrack that's really odd.
Damn.
And
What
it's
the
just
hell?
like, oh,
They didn't even try to combo or play the game, did they?
Probably not. No.
That's terrible.
Wait, so let me pull up an interview. Some things from the interview. Let's see, let's find it. So one of the things that was interesting from the interview was that apparently they were talking about. They said Dante looks a little wild here. Can you explain? Can you explain? Can you explain? And the guys and one of the people said we won't be able to talk about that till later. I think it's going to take place after Devil May Cry 2.
I mean, it's gotta.
I mean,
Gotta.
we know it takes place after Devil May Cry 4. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what else be the reason why Dante has a friggin' motorcycle and why he looks like he's ragged and never seen the light of day?
Why
He
does he
went
look
to
like
hell.
Hank from Detroit Become Human for some reason?
Because he went to hell.
Exactly. He went to hell.
Hasn't he been
Yeah.
to hell before?
It turns you
He's
into
seen
a-
hell.
No, it's like he's been sent to hell and he never saw the light of day ever since then.
Well, then, to be fair, Devil May Cry has been, well, if I remember correctly, from 1 to 4, our orders have been very mixed because, like, like the storyline has been like randomized for each one. It's not really 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually like backwards, forwards, or some shit like that. Am I getting that
Yeah.
correctly? Yeah.
It's weird. First game is 3. The
Mhm.
last game is 2. It's weird.
Yeah, that's something that we're gonna have to catch up with in chronological order, so that way we can get the story. I mean, I'm still interested. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh yeah, now I understand why things look all randomized.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the gameplay I've seen so far looks nice, dynamic. It seems just like good old Devil May Cry gameplay and the nice HD quality type of shit, which is nice.
Now,
Yeah.
It seems smooth. I
Yeah.
can work
If-
with that.
If Nero's gimmick is the arms and Dante's gimmick so far seems to be the motorcycles and probably a lot of other things, I'm wondering what their gameplay style is going to be.
We'll have to see.
We'll
There's
have
so
to
much to
see.
already offer. I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Yep. One of the things that I just love about Devil May Cry 5 is the fact that Nero trash talking game has greatly improved.
Yeah.
It's like in
That's
the
great.
like in the trailer after the monster like shot the car out of his stomach, he's like, "Hey, do you do parties?" Like I'm like, nice.
That's good shit.
That's beautiful. Nice. Hey, highly looking forward to it. I'm glad that they decided to make this decision.
Yeah.
No remake 2. It's literally it's literally a continuation, brand new style and everything.
Mhm.
Mwah. I'm glad.
The only thing I'm kind of curious about is the so is anyone like still somewhat perturbed by the whole realistic look they're going for the game?
No.
No,
Mm,
I think it's fine. It works. Honestly, I feel like this should have been given if they weren't doing the Devil May Cry remake.
Mm.
Honestly,
Just
if that was the
don't,
case.
like,
don't give Dante short black hair. That's all I ask.
nice. I mean,
Don't make him look like a junkie.
Just don't name him Dante.
mm,
God damn it.
like, like I'm not really perturbed by it. The only thing I'm not even slightly annoyed about, though. When I first saw it, I thought it was like the Ninja Theory's Dante. I just don't really like. Initially, I didn't really like the hair for Nero. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like it again, it reminded me way too much of the previous Ninja Theory Dante.
They mock it so fucking much, sadly.
But I will say, I think it was kind of like necessary because in Devil May Cry 4, Dante and Nero look from like the head up, kind of identical.
Yeah.
Just in terms of hairstyle. Well, not hairstyle, but more just hair in general.
Yeah.
Like the white hair overall type of thing.
Yeah.
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 It's still funny to me how like with playing Monster Hunter, they even just include the Dante, but the old Dante design with the jacket and all as just like an add-on skin and shit. It's just
It's like they're trying really hard to retcon Ninja Theory's Dante.
yeah, they're really making
Everyone
sure.
hates it.
Now, all I can say for its piece, from what I've told, it's still a solid game. Just like where it is story-wise, I think I've heard it was a solid game though. It's like it was
There's a
overplayable.
lot of mechanic problems.
There was. Oh,
that-
okay.
Because Devil May Cry is all about doing combos and being stylish while doing combos.
Right.
There are enemies littered everywhere in DMC that force you to stop doing combos
Oh fuck.
and
Never mind
actually use a specific thing to kill.
then. Yeah, never mind then.
Bad.
Yeah.
Screw that. Never mind.
I was initially thinking about trying out, but now,
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I'm better off trying out Bayonetta.
Yeah, that'll be
There
better.
you go.
There you go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this though. I can't wait to see where this ends up in the story, and I need to polish up my Devil May Cry game overall. So
I'm pre-ordering it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pre-ordering this game, and to be honest,
so good.
To be honest, I was like Kingdom Hearts 3. Was a game that I was looking forward to in 2019. Now it's Devil May Cry 5, and in fact, I'm looking forward to this more than Kingdom Hearts 3 now.
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
As-
I hear the sound of
Take
pitchforks.
sound effects
Oh
out.
my fucking god.
I'm kind of hoping that they don't do what they did with the Resident Evil 2 remake and give you like a $900 deal, like limited edition option.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're gonna buy it?
No.
Sounds like you're gonna buy it.
I ain't buying a $900 typewriter, Gamma.
I mean, that's actually a good deal for a typewriter.
No. And,
Oh my God.
and I found typewriters for only $200 on eBay, for your information.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Alright, so let's talk about Persona Q.
Hey.
There we go.
Yep.
That's the ticket. Mm.
For those who don't...
Yeah, you got tickets to the movies now.
For those who don't know, Atlas announced that there will be a sequel to Persona Q, which will not only have the P3 and P4 gang in the game, but the P5 crew as well. In addition, the female pro tag from the Persona 3 gang, I think the PSP game, right?
PS3, yeah, PSP,
Mhm.
Persona 3 Portable,
Yep,
particularly.
she will be in the game as well.
Perfect.
So, Gamma, I need you to calm down your boner right now. Calm it down.
I think you're
I'm
talking
actually-
to the wrong person.
I'm actually half asleep, but I'm actually extremely excited for this game. First of all,
Yeah.
I have a huge hard on for film noir, so it's good.
I said calm down your boner, Gamma.
Well, no, Gal said you're the wrong person. Like, excuse me, you don't understand my love for film noir.
Hey, I'm surprised. I have some hope that the Persona Q2 game has a slight more focus with 3 somehow, since
It's
they're
not.
going to include the female. It's not.
not.
Really?
It's focusing on 5.
Oh, of course. Because,
Well,
like,
that's the
what
focus on it.
the inclusion of the Persona 3 female pro tag somehow, some way, shape, or form is like, okay.
Well, from what they confirmed, it's going to focus on 5 and her.
So,
But the bigger focus is going to be on 5.
I'm happy for that. That's good,
so
honestly.
So I'm wondering if they're going to include the same minigame as like the previous one, in which you can actually marry your characters, or do like a fake wedding thing.
Mm-hmm.
Make your
Yeah.
ships happen, everyone.
Yeah, have the Persona 3 male and female pro tag fuck themselves, literally. Not even kidding.
Holy
Think of it
shit,
that
that would be awkward.
Yeah, I'm like,
awesome. You almost said awesome there. With a Freudian slip.
it's like you're me, but you're my female self. Well, you're me, my male self. Let's just go out and marry each other. I mean, somehow there's nothing wrong with that if they actually include that as a game mechanic. But you know, why not?
Mm.
They're both- I mean, if I remember correctly, though, wasn't like was it fucking Minato kind of more emo, while like the female pro tag is like a lot more free spirited to some extent when they made her.
I believe
So-
so.
That's why I don't like her.
Hey,
Wait, what?
come on, Dark. Listen,
You
She-
don't see a lot of characters that are just like straight up depressed. I like that angle.
So you
Well,
like
you
Shinji
know-
from Evangelion, do you, Dark?
well, he's just
I think-
insane.
I think he goes through a interesting character arc. I don't like him as a person.
Hold on, let me just upset everyone. Persona 3 is a shit game.
What?
Remind me
Mm-hmm.
to choke Gamma.
Get in line. He's done this plenty of times before. Trust me.
Good.
It's not the first time I made this opinion.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
It's a shit opinion.
Yeah.
It's like the shit game it is.
But yeah, it's on that. It's on the fact that like with Persona 3, more of just with Persona Q2 now. How much God knows how much more fan service it's gonna be since they're implementing all of that shit. You know, oof. I actually kind of curious. Are they gonna keep the same gameplay, or are they gonna try something different? That I don't know.
Persona
Have they not-
Q2, it's Fuel a Train Odyssey.
Still the same thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
they
cool.
changed the Persona aspect a bit.
Okay, good. But it'd be nice if they also somewhat include character models, and no, not character models, like actual personas, like 3D models. But it'd probably be too much to squeeze anyway, so we'll have to see. Since it's going back to the 3DS,
Can anyone?
dying.
Here's one thing I don't know. What exactly is the story for this one?
I have no idea, honestly.
We don't really know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it's
Story-
gonna
The
end.
story, from what I can remember, is that the Phantom Thieves are going in mementos, and they end up in a movie theater. That is it.
Oh.
It's similar to Q's, where there's a titular character that they have to look after, and that's about it. That's all we know.
I never played Persona Q, but
It doesn't matter.
I keep hearing the OST on YouTube though, and it's like fire a lot of times.
It's been good.
Yep, you'd like
Really
to fire up in the night with that thing.
Why, Cam?
God.
Why do you do this?
He does this all the fucking time at this point. All right.
I
It's
know,
like-
I know he does this every time, but it still hurts every time.
What do you mean? I'm just being my normal
Now,
self.
It still hurts.
now, Dai, it doesn't matter if you've played Persona Q, because at the end of that game, everyone's mind gets erased, so it doesn't matter.
What?
No, it's not-
What? The MIB actually comes into the game. Wait,
I mean,
you saying that Will Smith actually appears in Persona Q, and Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So,
Hey, look, as it is.
so let me get this straight. Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones have personas. Is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. There you go.
Yes. Yes, I love this game already.
Yeah, no, I think with Persona Q2, luckily anyone can get into this blindly as long as you just are familiar with the franchises, because like, it's not like it's gonna matter in the end. That's the thing. It's a game that it's just a little trip into the timeline that's not actually going to be relevant.
But
and
it's
then,
canon.
Is
But
it?
it still can't.
Is it?
Persona Q is canon, so yeah, it should be too.
Is
It's
it
canon, but it doesn't matter.
Is this?
It
Is it
doesn't
literally like the Persona Q gang enters the game and then you have this one narrator say, "Hey there, enjoy your ride," because it's not going to matter in the end. Is it literally like that?
No,
that's
you're-
more Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Persona
But-
Q doesn't really mention. Oh, you're not gonna remember this until the very.
hmm
So
yeah,
There's some levels of like truth to it, but it's like, yeah, it would still be one of those where like it doesn't impact the main stories of every other of the franchises to some extent, but it will add something. That's what's important.
I still want to know
Now-
where the heck did Igor go?
now
Working at
He's,
GameStop.
Nope.
Igor is probably still being held captive.
At GameStop.
Probably.
At GameStop. Still waiting the animation die.
I'm
No.
probably going to work on it later on, but yeah, I should really work on that Igor and GameStop.
You hurt me with that one die. You hurt me with that one.
You hurt me with the puns, Gavin, but you don't see me, bitch. I can play about
You
it.
do.
It does.
You do.
God damn it.
now you could play Persona Q2. You could play the dancing games, whatever fits your
But
fancy.
you should
or,
play Yakuza Kiwami 2. There we go.
No,
I should.
no.
I should. Yeah, I definitely should be getting that soon.
You
Mhm.
could wait for a little bit and play Persona 5 Arena, because I know it's coming,
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
and I'm so excited.
I'll see how this turns out.
Well, technically, it already came in like Blaze Blue cross tag.
Well, that was just imports from the other game.
Well, the
Yeah.
skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we'll have to see. They they want to milk this series more. I'm waiting for that Persona 4 remake again. for it
I'm
to
just
come
waiting
out.
for TGS to see if they're going to announce Persona 5 Crimson or actually show off Persona 6.
That'd be nice. Or what about that Shin Megami Tensei game from the Switch that they announced a long time ago?
TGS.
All right, they're gonna have to see how that turns out then, because I actually want to know what that game's all about. Funny enough.
Oh yeah, we gotta like focus on TGS. Some good shit's supposed to come out there.
Oh yeah, totally. We should get on to that when we get the chance. But yeah,
I know this is a ridiculous idea, but I would adore if they remade P3, but they won't.
actually, that's kind of around there because of the engine they had for Persona 5. So there's some possibilities. It just
If they
depends on
did
what
it-
they decide.
If they did it in the P5 engine, that'd be so great.
Maybe the game won't be shit.
Come on.
I told you this plenty of times already,
We can
Darkmoon. He's
we can
gonna keep
debate
going
Dark
on
Moon.
this.
Dog mood, don't lower your fist, dog.
Dark, we can debate this. We can have
Where's
a
my
civil
evoker?
conversation.
Dog.
I trust.
Invoker.
Let me just tear off my mask real quick, then. Come on.
I must summon Orpheus.
I thought you were gonna
You
summon your Yandere mills.
No.
They just dragged him away, not me.
What about, dude? You're looking at the wrong way. You should have summoned Thanatos. There you go.
Well, yeah, but Orpheus turns into Thanatos, so it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. But then there's Orpheus Telos too.
Oh, yeah.
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 Either or.
Use Messiah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
But-
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to switch topics now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still waiting for that debate, though, Dark. I will debate you on why Persona's 3 is shit any day of the week.
Don't worry. Don't do it. It's a waste of time, man.
I
Trust
know
me.
it's a waste of time to debate Dark on this, but still.
I just see like smoke coming from Dark right now.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can't have a civil conversation...
Just move on!
Yeah. Okay. So originally we're going to switch to like the question section after the PQ topic, but we just had like breaking news. In breaking news, we have to talk about the Crunchyroll issue. Apparently, yeah, you already know what this is going to happen. So apparently Crunchyroll has been getting some flack for the new show High Guardian Spirit. Gal, Gamma, Darkmoon, Dill, you want to mention why?
Doesn't
Oh,
seem like
yeah.
anyone's in high or good spirits of this one.
Oh boy. I sure use my subscription money that I use to watch my anime for something that probably no one would give a crap about. That sounds like a great idea. That's not anime related. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, go ahead, by all means. You know, if you manage to make it good, then you know what, you will surprise me by there. But I'll put it like this. Netflix itself has been also funding the shows that they lease license from both Devilman Crybaby and Agretzko, to the point that even Agretzko is getting a season 2. So why not try to make sure that the money you're putting it into come to the actual Japanese industries that work their asses off for these shows to be streamed legally? I mean, that'd be kind of great if you ask me. And I don't want that. I don't want things to go haywire, specifically because like Crunchyroll is like in some sort of level of monopoly streaming most of the newest stuff of anime, you know? Don't let me be that once like, okay, now I want Netflix to literally license everything instead of Crunchyroll. If you keep this up, Crunchyroll, that's gonna be bad.
Now, I didn't initially see a problem with this. I saw the poster and I was like, huh, that's weird. But then I saw the trailer, the quote unquote trailer, and all it is, hey, we're working on a show. Here are the writers. Here's the storyboard artist, and just it's nothing.
Yeah.
You made a
sounds like a
trailer that
Kickstarter.
told me nothing.
Yep, it sounds like a Kickstarter. Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like, you could have just made why associate this shit with Crunchyroll? You could have just did it your own and have Crunchyroll support you for like, I don't know, fucking ads or something. Don't make Crunchyroll literally like, hey, let's use the money we got from all this anime fucking streaming shit and put it over your thing, you know? It's like, it makes you question, where the fuck is the money going to?
It's going toward this cartoon apparently because the servers, to my knowledge, aren't getting any better.
And you know, there was also talk about it from a video strictly about mentioning like their video player on Crunchyroll is so outdated. They've been
It's
using Flash
shit.
for God knows how long.
Oh, yeah.
It's complete garbage. It's complete garbage.
Yeah, it's really bad. And you know, it's a time and day where nearly every fucking video stream, even the illegal ones, are using HTML5, but yet Crunchyroll is still sticking to this old Flash format for so long. Like, why is it so hard? Someone literally already made an extension to use HTML5 on Crunchyroll, and bam, it's a lot better than I thought.
Give me the link to that after this podcast.
Yeah, Chrome, particularly if it's for Chrome. Actually, that's the thing. You'll just look it up. It's easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like, why? I don't know. Crunchyroll, they're getting all these licenses, but they're forgetting to fix themselves before they jump the gun with newer stuff over time, and putting their money in the wrong fucking place. Like, goddamn. I don't know. It's really sad to see that people aren't going to. I'm not trying to say it's encouraging, but if this keeps up, knowing that the money's going into the wrong place in the wrong time, it'd be a reason why you'll be asking, why the hell am I paying a subscription if I know it's not going to even support? It might as well be just no different than any illegal site out there.
Like, I feel like this is like a poor match with the Crunchyroll brand. Like, this is the High Guardian Spirit should have been something that aired on like a Netflix or something with a general reach. Crunchyroll is something that should appeal to like anime fans. Hell, I didn't even when Prosy D did the whole anime cops thing. I don't recall there being like a huge like outcry for that because it matched with the general demographics of Crunchyroll. This feels like something that the Steven Universe crowd would eat up. This is not something that will appeal to Crunchyroll people.
If anything, this should go to Channel Frederator or something. They're
Yeah.
known for doing indie
Yep,
cartoons
yep.
a lot. Why couldn't they go to them? Again, as someone who's worked, who talked with the guys, they're always in to find new indie cartoons to promote, and this would have been one of them. But why Crunchyroll? This makes no sense.
I have a feeling why, and it kind of goes into what you were saying earlier, Gao, and it's to they're hoping because it's on Crunchyroll, and they're hoping that it's going to be a great show,
Yeah.
and that will attract people to come over to Crunchyroll and buy a subscription and watch this cartoon that they have created.
No, it wouldn't work.
It won't work.
Like that's a fine ambition to attract new people, but they're doing so at the expense of their old audience.
Yeah.
Like, it's the wrong area to do that from. If anything, like I said, I'm going to say this again. For fuck's sake, Verb also supplies Cartoon Hangover, a place where they introduce indie cartoons episodically, so that way people can watch it themselves too. As I'm just going to point out right now, Frederator is literally built for the sake of funding, supporting, and showcasing indie cartoons. And why in the absolute living fuck are you using an anime streaming site that has nothing to do with American cartoons in a fucking Japanese streaming site? For God's
really
sake,
doesn't-
put it in Cartoon Hangover and let them give you the money. People will support you there more than Crunchyroll.
It really doesn't help that the show looks like any other
Steve,
shit that's been announced.
It looks like a Steven Universe clown.
It looks like Steven Universe. It looks like Thundercats. It looks like anything that has been a cartoon for the past year or so.
I don't
Right.
want to be the... Oh, go ahead, Dell, actually.
I was gonna say, I have a question. If High Guardian Spice came out with, an art style that matched anime, despite being a Western studio, how do you think that would have been received?
I think it would be received much better,
A lot better.
honestly.
Interesting.
But
But
people
what
would
if it
s-
was?
People
Sorry,
would
what,
still be upset about not getting actual, newer shows.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what if it was a Japanese studio,
Mm-hmm.
but the same art style as it is now?
Oh,
If
that's a good
question-
question.
That is a good question, actually.
It would probably be 50-50.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
It would be 50-50 because you would either have a really bad outcome or you would have a trigger situation with something like Panty and Stalking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The thing I will admit, I don't want to keep shitting on these people because they're living out their passion. They wanted to work on this cartoon, and everyone should be committed to working on what they want to do and the dream.
Yeah, that's fine. No, totally.
But it just feels like It just feels like it's like a huge mismatch with Crunchyroll's target audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to give complete flack to Crunchyroll. I go on Twitter and I just see people going apeshit on it, saying how this promotes how this proves that Western animation is garbage, and I just feel
that's a bit much.
yeah, it's a bit much. There are plenty of well animated Western shows out there. There's Gravity Falls. Even Steven Universe had good animation from time to time. There's also the DuckTales reboot, which is also
really
That is
good.
really amazing.
good animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then and then with Netflix, they got Voltron. Look how well that's animated. Mm-hmm. So it's really putting the money in the right places. Like nowadays, I'd say Netflix is doing it right with their end because when you hear a Netflix original show, oftentimes it's actually going to receive pretty well. Again, Delman Crybaby, it's been exclusive for Netflix. Again, Gretzko, again, exclusive to Netflix. And look how much feedback that is. And then again, a couple more shows that they would introduce, and people would love that too, give or take a few. But either way, it's their practices is somehow appealing better on Netflix than it is when it comes to streaming shows and everything. But with Crunchyroll, look, none of their shows hit at all. That podcast thing they do, I'm sorry, no one would care. The Lisa TV thing, I don't think anyone would care. And I don't know if this was considered, huh?
Are you talking about the fangirls thing? I'm trying to remember the podcast.
I just remember all I know is that Crunchyroll does a lot of some of those podcasts talking about anime stuff, and I hate to be the one to say this, but no one's going to actually care. This is only meant for streaming the anime and Japanese stuff exclusively, and not just seeing someone talk about it. Why would you want to talk about it if you can just watch it? You know, no one would care. It's sad to say.
It's hit and miss. Like you'll have those people who will care about it. Like if you want to go into further details about the anime, but generally speaking, that is true.
Yeah, exactly. Like again, Crunchyroll is just built to be a legal anime streaming site that literally they have already convinced so many people to basically hey, stop using legal sites, go to this site, and then you'll actually support them. Like you have to keep that face that you're supporting actual industries with watching it through your site. If you put the money in the wrong place, it's going to literally remove that and no one would care for it anymore. Hell, it could literally crash a lot for anime streaming sites completely. And God knows, it'd be bad enough that illegal sites will rise in power because of that shit. And I'm worried for that case, you know? We don't want that because that's only going to lose more money that way, you know?
Yeah.
They have the... I'm not trying to... I hate to be the one to say this, but like at this point, it'd be good if Crunchyroll shouldn't... Crunchyroll right now is holding a big monopoly on licensing so many new shows as is. And it's bad that it's the case. Like, if there's not any multiple other sites doing that, they wouldn't be improving themselves or putting their money in the right places. It'll only get worse. Again, prove me if I'm wrong if there are other sites that are licensing the same stuff that Crunchyroll is offering, but all I know is that it's the most convenient so far. So, they gotta stop doing this. If they keep going, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for the anime industry. Honestly,
they gotta step up, and
they should know where their responsibilities should take place. They should know where their position is, and it's called literally streaming anime and giving the money that they're from the subscriptions, the ads, or everything to the anime that they're streaming for the anime creators that made this possible.
Well, here's a question. Like, obviously, like from my feeling, I feel like Crunchyroll is trying to expand their brand, if anything. But the question is, like you said, that they're a primary anime streaming site. But if they want to like expand, how should they expand? Should they like to me, I agree with what you're saying that they should just focus on streaming anime. But at the same time, they should have every right to like expand their company. One way they should expand is obviously fixing the goddamn website. That's obvious.
Yes. Well, how can I put it like this? It would be like they would have to make it a separate category. You know, basically, kind of like, oh, this is completely new. It won't be using money that you're spending for anime. It'd be a completely experimental thing. If you want to support it, give it a slow growth. Give it like an introduction. It's like kickstarting is something. Yeah. First, kickstart it, introduce what you're going to offer, introduce, like, say, what type of shows you want to offer, etc., etc. Be like Crunchyroll, or Crunchyroll, the Western edition, or some shit. I don't know. I mean, just not call it Crunchyroll at all. It's just say, supported by Crunchyroll. Oh, go ahead.
I think even then people would react poorly. I mean, it's clearly funds that are being used for something that they're not interested in. But I am curious because you talked about the diversity thing, and I think they're trying to be more diverse in their content. But I know, like, I feel like I remember years ago, Crunchyroll is, I mean, it used to also be known for like dramas and stuff. Is it still used for like K-dramas and?
I've seen like some K-dramas on Crunchyroll. Let me pull it up.
Yeah. But I do think it's far more geared towards anime nowadays, and so my guess is, most likely they started the service to try to be as broad as possible, you know, kind of like YouTube, I guess. And then eventually they found a niche, which was in anime, which may not have been intended. And so now that they found success and money in anime, they're trying to expand again. But I think the best way to really do it is to transition between those two things. Whereas right now they're just sort of jumping right to something that's a little bit too different. I think in the minds of the CEO or whoever's making these decisions, they're thinking, you know, as long as it's animation, it'll have a common thread. But they don't understand how hardcore anime fans can be about that kind of stuff.
Yep.
It's a very different style that in and of itself is completely splitting the audience.
Exactly.
And that's another question. Is Verve is connected to Crunchyroll? Is it not? Like,
yes.
They're related.
Like,
they're related.
Again, how come they put High Guardians on Crunchyroll when it should have been something for Verve?
It's true.
Yeah, Verve has Cartoon Hangover too. They have all forms of it. If Verve was the one to announce, exclusively Verve supporting or something like that, like the money would make sense because like Verb is meant for nearly every forms of content other than anime. You can go there for anime, sure, but again, with Cartoon Hangover being there, a couple of other sites, Funimation, Crunchyroll, like the variety that includes, it'll just be added on to the variety, and people will assume, oh, original cartoon, so possibly Cartoon Hangover, probably. You know, it's like. It's in the wrong spot that should be promoted in. If you wanted to make things better, be where it's supposed to belong to, where most Western like support is supported, and that's.
And I think it's important to note because Daito mentioned this too. It's like the studio is not to blame. It's all about Crunchyroll's decision making.
Yes.
About sponsoring this content. I mean, I'm glad that they're at least supporting an original show. That's great, but like it probably shouldn't have been this one. And to the credit of the studio, it probably is a good show, but they should have found a different sponsor.
Yeah,
exactly. If anything, Crunchyroll hasn't really done anything like Netflix, like Crunchyroll exclusive anime to begin with so far. I don't know. They don't count. You don't count just streaming it as exclusive. I mean, straight up, this is Crunchyroll collaborating with a Japanese studio, and they actually will put the funds in that one to releasing it here specifically on Crunchyroll and nowhere else. Like what Netflix is doing. You know, they could have just like took that strategy instead, but no, they're not. I don't understand exactly.
I will say that I do find it doubtful that. I've seen a few Twitter posts covering this new show saying how the budget is entirely from subscriptions and not from investors, which is I find that's very unlikely.
No, yeah, that's extreme to say the least.
That's
yeah.
But either overall, I just hope that Crunchyroll gets its stuff together and they start funding other projects
hopefully
like projects that the Crunchyroll subscriber actually look at and fix their goddamn website.
Yep. Do what Netflix did with their originals. Do what they marked their brand somehow, and then if you grew it over time, then people will start appreciating it better.
Yep,
that's how I look at it.
Yep. Okay, so now we'll be taking questions from the live stream audience. All right, so feel free to ask your questions, chat.
Go for it. Man.
The one thing with Netflix, with the original stuff is it proves that if you want to start doing your original things, you've got to knock it out of the ballpark.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right away.
Or you have big connections and you end up becoming the worst, ironically funniest thing out there.
Ooh.
Dai, you should know exactly what I'm talking about.
Jaden Smith?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
Abortion Smith, yeah. A lot of money. Oh yeah, totally.
Where's season 2 at?
Okay.
You don't deserve season 2.
Okay, first question. Ramen.
Okay.
Why Yanderes so shit? Fuck you, Ramen. Fuck
like
you. Fuck
Ramen.
you.
You're okay in my book,
No,
Ramen.
no, shut up, Dark. No, Yanderes are the shit, Ramen. I will fight you over them.
God.
Well, fine. Let's hear the reason. Why are they shit?
No, they're not shit. Okay.
Asking why,
Didn't
though. That's
answer
my
the
question.
question.
Yeah.
Why are Yanderes so shit? They're
Why-
not. They're not shit.
I'm saying, why aren't they?
Why aren't they shit? Good. Because here's the thing about Tsunderes. Here's the thing about Tsunderes. Tsunderes are like an RPG. You have to spend hours and hours and hours breaking the hard exterior to get to that gooey.
Yes,
No, it's not cute. It's
yes,
not.
it is.
No, it's not.
Isn't that a normal, healthy relationship, though?
Yes, it is.
Well, if the girl is trying to kick your ass, then no.
I like it when the girl wants to stab me. Ooh.
Yes, that's even better.
No!
I can't do that with a straight face. Okay, but seriously, I prefer Tsundere. I prefer Yanderes over Tsunderes. I prefer Yanderes over Tsunderes because it's just like for Tsunderes, it's just like they're abrasive right off the get-go. It's not like I like you or anything, Baka, and they just beat you for no reason. At least for Yanderes, you pick up the pencil and like, okay, I want to make love with you for the rest of my life. Yes.
That's gross.
Yes.
It can come. It can come to become very, very SMM moments. That's going to be very scary. if you think of the concept, because you never know what could happen when you're dealing with a yandere girlfriend. All right, they could be into things that you probably would not understand, it would
And
be
then you're
most
kind
likely
of stuck
painful.
with that.
Die. Die, do you like my cookies? I put my love nectar in them.
Yes, I will eat your love nectar cookie.
Oh my god.
Listen, Dark. Don't project what your mommies do for you, okay?
Yeah, Dark. I would love to eat your yandere milf love nectar cookies.
No.
What? How about you share some, Dark? How about you share some? Would you like to share for the class, Dark?
No, I'm good. No, he's have to share.
Give me give me. I want the love nectar cookies, Dark. Give me the love nectar
You know,
cookies.
I'm just gonna leave this milk right here. You can just you need to wash it down, okay? Yeah, just yeah, Gamma, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, I agree. See you.
All right. Okay, so let's take the next question. Serious question.
Go for it.
Let's see. On the whole Crunchyroll situation, have you heard of High Dive?
High Dive.
Yeah, it's a competitor to Crunchyroll. I have never heard of that, to be honest.
Nope. Never.
Me neither.
Wait, is that a site for anime, or is that a
believe-
show?
I believe so. Let me pull it up.
Never heard of it, honestly.
Stream anime and more with High Dive.
High Dive.
Yeah.
Anime.
Oh boy.
Here's a good question from the chat. What is this turned into? I do not know.
It's turned into a civil discussion of
Stop
how
it.
Yanderes bear the
Stop it.
Tsunderes. No, I will never stop, Dark.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not certain about High Dive yet. We'll need to see if it's much more credible. Like it is. Sadly, there should be at least a little bit more than just a monopoly with only Crunchyroll being the site. So I really hope that there'll be other industries out there profiting, putting their money's worth to be the next anime streaming site, so that way you can have variety. I hope so. So it'll be better on licensing issues and shit.
Okay. Okay, next question. How come anime turned into live action fails every time?
I mean, the live action JoJo was pretty good.
Well, but part 4 one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that one makes sense because it's a little bit more on the slight realism side, or I guess it doesn't go too crazy in the bizarreness, and it can actually be like a detective work type of thing, I guess, if I put it in perspective, so I can see that. And honestly, when you look at it, this is a fantasy-made thing that's literally more animated, trying to be translated to live action. Like, you would need to change a lot. Oh, if anything, my thing about with anime to live action is that when anime and live action translate very differently. You know, when you see live action shows, they have their own way of acting and own pacing that is more realistic and makes sense for people to enjoy. But if you try to do that in anime pacing side or something, it's gonna feel slow. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel awkward in the acting. Honestly, how can you translate that shit, you know? And if you were to change anything completely, like completely change the way it's made, then people are not going to like it. It's like different in the source material. Like, if I remember correctly, in the poster for fucking Attack on Titan live action, why the hell is there a rocket launcher?
Don't worry about that.
See what I mean? Exactly, because people are going to question so much of the changes that's based on the live action version. It wouldn't make any sense. You know,
but if you say, is there a rocket launcher? That's a really good question.
Do you want to know how the second Attack on Titan live action movie ends?
How?
It's a dream. It's a dream.
So there was a missile, and the colossal titan's kicking down the wall, and the armored titan picks up the missile, and I shit you not, he climbs the wall, and fucking throws that shit in the colossal's mouth, and it explodes.
You fucking... Oh my god!
You can find that clip on YouTube. It is hilarious.
Oh my fucking god!
Also, Levi is not Levi, but he's also Aaron's brother. But he's also the armored titan.
That doesn't make it. You see what I fucking mean? Like, it's going to be a lose-lose situation. It's either you do live action, and the anime pacing in the live action is going to feel weird and unrealistic. But if you change so much, it's going to feel weird, and maybe realistic or not, it's just gonna fucking not work at all. It's like, you're not going to do good live action wise. You might as well stick to just anime or animation to translate what you got in the source material instead.
Honestly, the main reason why live action adaptation of anime tend to fail a lot of times is because there's more of like a suspension of disbelief when it comes to anime. For live
Yeah.
action, there's still some realism that you got to like adhere by. And
Yeah.
when you try to mix that into like when you try to put realism in like an anime setting, it just creates this uncanny valley.
Yes.
I still believe that a Ghost in the Shell movie could work if it was made by competent people
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was casted correctly.
Do you guys know if Alita Battle Angel had an anime version? I know it's a manga,
Yeah,
but
It's
Yeah,
a manga.
It had an anime.
Okay.
yeah. So I'm curious to see how that one goes.
It
I know
looks
it's a
like
passion project.
Mm-hmm.
Make her
I'm
eyes
not-
bigger.
I'm not too bothered by it. I think the second trailer was a lot better. The first trailer looked a little creepy.
Yeah.
I think
No.
they did
I
some
mean,
stuff.
in the live action film, like her eyes look so uncanny to me.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, in the anime, her eyes were kind of like weird, compared
Creepy, I guess.
Yeah, they were creepy compared to the other people, but in the
Yeah.
trailer, it like really emphasized it. All right,
It definitely add more to it.
Yep.
What's up?
we have a question for Darkmoon. Darkmoon, how long do you edit a day?
About 8 to 12 hours.
Fuck,
Damn.
shit, man.
8 to 12 hours. That's you're all. Where did you just take out? You do takeout, man. You eat. Do you go out?
I do other things. Like
Okay.
I'll get up and do other things for about an hour or two, and then come back and just get right back to it.
Man, fair. Yeah.
All right, okay. Who is the best boy of the season, and why is it Zach from Angels of Death?
What the? Oh, Zach! Yo, my boy Zach, though. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, Zach is a good boy. I'll put it like that. I'm not sure about like good in the season. I think. Well, actually, this season doesn't have a lot of good boys. It's mostly good girls, I think.
Oh, I have one. The blonde boy from Happy Sugar Life. He is the best boy.
Happy Sugar Life. What
Yes,
the fuck?
it's an anime in which everyone's happy. Everyone's happy in Happy Sugar Life.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten onto that one yet.
You
Fuck.
should watch it. Everyone's super happy in Happy Sugar Life.
Yeah.
I'll
Boy.
I'll answer that question with
Mm-hmm.
every season best boy is always going to be Kirishima from My Hero Academia. You can't change my mind.
Yeah, sure. How
Oh,
many
you mean-
fucking rewards did it get?
You mean Bakugo's best friend? Well,
You
friend.
mean the best character in the film?
AKA hardness, hardened man, hardy, hard.
He's
Harden.
so cool.
Yeah, until he turned into a meatball at one point.
Mm.
Well, that was a sidetrack. You don't worry about that part. You see, the other parts are cool.
Yeah. Actually, when it comes to this season, I will give you for Zach. I've been liking him as a character ever since the games, I'll say that. But there is that other show that I've been I'm busy getting into a lot, which is Planet With.
Mhm.
And I've been liking the main character for that one. He's an angry boy, but good boy, I'll say the least.
Okay.
I recommend Planet With, by the way. The manga writer, from what I've been told, has done some really good stories with his mangas. And when he's making his own stories, I hear it gets really intense and crazy in their climax. So I'm holding on to this.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Okay. Question: Did you ever make or thought about making an original anime character? I'm sorry, making an original character in any of your favorite animes? Nope.
No.
I mean, like, are we talking about, like, an OC in the anime universe or some shit? In the AU?
I think so.
I mean, inspiration from which are our favorite shows, but never really in the show, I guess. No, we never really have that as much.
I guess if D&D counts, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
I guess if we're including D&D, then I did like create a D&D like
You made a bunch of them, didn't you?
yeah, like in the JoJo D&D that I run, we do have like JoJo characters.
Original.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd say for me, when it comes to OC wise, I take inspiration from the show, but when it comes to its universe, that'd be just something completely separate from entirely. Because like limiting it to one is fun unless you're given a role play D&D or LARP moment for it, but never really something you would say you want to put it in your own personal perspective. If you ask me. Yeah.
All right. thoughts on manga / anime characters and comic / cartoon characters teaming up. I
Manga.
oh, go ahead.
Hmm.
I feel like
Wait, sorry. Go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
yeah, I feel like it's a overused trope these days. That's
Yeah.
Are we talking about like cartoons and anime teaming up together type of thing? Is that what we're getting at here?
yeah, like I'm assuming like Jump Force type of deal.
Oh,
Gus wanders into Dragon Ball.
Oh, crossovers in general. Oh,
Yeah.
I love them. I fucking love crossover series. That's what we're talking about. I thought you mean like fucking Mickey Mouse meeting up with Goku and having a team up in Kingdom Hearts or some shit like that.
Kenshiro kills the entire gang.
Oh my fucking god! But yeah, no, that's what I thought. I was like, really? What the fuck? Roger Rabbit's teaming up with? I don't fucking know. I'm just thinking.
Naruto.
There you go. Yeah, like that's what I fucking thought. It's like, what are the odds of like, how's that gonna work? Like, you gotta take a lot of Disney, a lot of Cartoon Network, a lot of Nickelodeon, then you take a lot of all latest anime from My Hero, Attack on Titan, Black Clover, fucking any of those or some shit, and having them mixed into a pile. I look like that. Oh god, I feel like that's a trip fest.
Yep.
That's way too much weed.
Have I ever talked about?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have I ever talked about anime characters fighting joke characters?
Oh, you mean like Goku versus Shaggy?
Yeah, well, something like that. But I think there was an
not
official.
a fight, first of all.
I think there was like an official manga of Vegeta fighting some famous joke manga character.
Oh
And
yeah,
Which one was it?
I don't remember.
it's the android girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Doctor. Fuck. What's the name of that? It's,
Dr. Sharp. It's with an S, I believe.
yeah, it was Akira Toriyama's first manga debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But eventually, halfway through the fight, Vegeta gets down and he just goes, "This isn't fair. I can't win."
I can't win against a joke character.
Because a joke character is so much stronger.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it in concept, imagine if the My Hero Academia and One Punch Man were to crossover. Technically speaking,
Saitama kills the universe.
Saitama, in the end of the day, is a joke character. A joke character that somehow blends pretty well.
Yeah.
So, you can't win. You can't.
What happens if you have characters like Kenshiro who started the entire trope? Have they become the joke character?
I remember.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I remember Kenshiro did become a joke show at one point in DD Fist of the North Star, where they're midgets and they have giant Popeye arms. That's a show.
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah. So I know what it's like when they become joke characters, but it's just ridiculous, honestly.
All right. Okay. Who is the best anime and why is it the Bubsy pilot episode?
What the fuck is wrong with...
No, don't you remember in the Bubsy pilot episode? Bubsy had to fight Sasuke to get the Sharingan?
What could possibly go wrong?
No, if you're gonna say it, gotta say it right. What can possibly go wrong?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
No, don't you guys remember that? Don't you guys remember the Bubsy episode in which Bubsy fought Sasuke from Naruto?
Yeah, the Bubsy retrieval arc?
Sasuke! More like Sasuke, more like Sucksuke.
I hate this. I hate this.
What could possibly happen if I put my fucking head around this noose?
I think we'll be hanging in there for dear life.
I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Oh boy.
Okay. So let's see. I think the last question is for me. Die, and I think the host can feel free to interject as well. Die. Which mom would you try to get in My Hero Academia? Bakugo's mom. Bakugo's mom.
Bakugo's mom.
Bakugo's mom.
Bakugo's I'm open to interpretations of everyone else's mothers. All right, I don't think I've seen enough from My Hero's moms yet. All we got is the,
I can't make mom jokes, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like there's Todoroki's mom that's fucked. There's Deku's mom that's just this fluff ball. You got Bakugo's thought of a mother. God knows.
Hey!
She's still hot. She's still hot, gal.
We get regardless of the matter. She's an angry thought.
Yeah.
She know what she was doing when she's showing that fucking cleavage the first time she showed the fuck up. Yeah. She know what she was fucking doing.
In the fight for this, boys.
And do you know what's a fucking strange part?
Yeah.
Bakugo's dad, personality-wise, reminds me of Deku.
I know, right?
That's why.
That's why Bakugo's so pissed off at
That's why he
Deku.
hates
It reminds him of Daddy.
Oh my god.
Think of it that way. It's like, God damn it, Deku. Fuck. Did you just call me Daddy? Shut up! Just imagine that fucking scene of like Bakugo is always angry at Deku's like, oh, I'm sorry, personality is like, shut up, Deku is like, did you just call me Dad? Say that again. No, I didn't say Dad. Shut up. It's just a complete, utter domination from Deku.
Wait, to interject. And then Deku said, funny, your mom called me Daddy too.
I think your mom mistaken me for your dad at one point. It was great.
You're taking this pure Christian manga and you're turning it into filth.
Dark. Don't you remember this? Don't you remember this classic song? Don't you remember the classic song, Dark? Do you remember that in your youth? Do you remember the song? The song that is the internet is for porn. Don't you remember that song, Dark?
Stop it.
Don't you remember that?
I don't want to go back.
Remember to your childhood, Dark.
I don't want to go back.
You have to go back.
Grab your dick and double click for porn.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I want to leave to open interpretation to what my hero might offer, so I'm not gonna say anything.
I can't give preferences to moms unless I give Dark ammo.
I'm gonna cry.
So as long as I don't show favorites for moms, Dark is powerless.
All right.
Actually, yeah. Since we're talking about My Hero Academia moms, Dark is like swole right now.
No.
Don't you have a six-pack now?
That.
Did you sound
Stop that. Stop that.
Okay.
Stop that.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So before we end the podcast, we'll briefly talk about what we have planned for September. All right. Let's start off with Dark. What you got?
Writing for some future scripts and pretty much just basic editing, getting ready for Overlord episode 2 to finally get going.
Hey, nice.
Dylan?
I am gonna be working on a new series.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Looking forward to it, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you're working on the Mercy animation.
Yeah, I got a Mercy 2B animation coming out very soon.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Hell yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
Gammalad?
I'll be going back to school.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah. After being off for a year, that'll be fun.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it.
Yep. Gao.
Same for me. It's just a grind. YouTube, obviously, for one thing. I'm gonna also be open more to doing more auditions nowadays, given after the recent trip over to the Texas. So it's like working with the schmucks, doing my own thing with Fun Eclipse and Splatoon, auditioning for a couple of other projects out there if I find any. Basically, overall, just the grind. Honestly, for me, I'm just gonna continue what I got, and yeah, maybe I might be going back to school possibly next month too, but yeah, depends if the semester goes well or not. But either or, same old, unless anything else comes up.
Right.
Honestly, next year might be looking bright for me.
Nice. All right, and for me, resuming new animations on my channel in September. I took like a month-long hiatus. Animation hiatus. Been posting like compilation videos, but new animations will come back like September 7th. In fact, the first animation I'm publishing is a Splatoon 2 animation involving Marie, Pearl, and Mario.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Hello? Did you just say Splatoon? I'm
Yeah.
interested.
Trust me, it might be a little bit edgy at times.
You know what? I'll take it. Let me take it. Let's see what we got. I'm interested.
Yep.
You got me into. You know me as a Splatoon guy. I'm interested. What we got?
Yep. It's gonna be spicy a little bit.
Hell yeah. spicy incantation. There you go. You're getting the right idea.
Yep. Then still teaching myself Blender, working on the Okay, I'm just going to say it right now. So, for the past month, we've been working on like models for the podcast. So,
Hey.
so yeah, so in fact, we finished your model, Gal, this month.
Yes.
Yep. So,
Okay, actually, it's funny because like for
Mhm.
pre-podcast before you showed up, I accidentally thought that DillionGoo was helping out with the models for a second.
nah, I've been asking Dylan for like tune shading advice.
Yeah.
And been very helpful.
Okay. All right. It's like, oops, I did not mean to say
It's
that was a
fine.
mistake.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the other thing I'm planning to do is I'm planning on teaching myself how to use either the Unity or the Unreal Engine, kind of leaning towards the Unreal Engine. Because I heard that it's possible to like render animations in the Unreal Engine. Not to mention I have like a few future high level projects that I want to do using one of those engines in the future.
Hey.
Is that just to make it faster for rendering?
I believe so. Like I remember Anubis, who worked on the podcast model, said that apparently rendering stuff in the Unreal Engine is a lot faster because Unreal Engine is more of a real-time engine, if I recall correctly. I also know my other friend Kovop used the Unreal Engine to render his animations as well, and he also said it was a little bit faster. So I want to take a look at that down the line.
Yeah, it's a lot faster just because of the real time stuff. But have you heard of Eevee already?
Yeah, I heard Eevee, and I am planning on using Eevee as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, I think it'll be coming out early next year, but the beta's coming out in October, I think.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
So it for those of you guys who don't know, it's a real-time renderer for Blender, which is going to be coming out in 2.8, which is the next version. So that's going to be pretty hype. It's super fast.
Damn, and that's free. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's totally free.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to take a look at Eevee, especially Eevee. But I still want to take a look at the Unreal Engine because I do want to work on some projects with it down the line.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, okay, and that's it. I want to thank my host for participating in today's podcast, Gammalad.
Hey.
Yo, it's been a pleasure.
Gal.
I've always loved doing this. Now, I better continue back to my addiction right now. Help me!
No one's going to help you, Gal. No one's going to help you.
How many times have I killed Diablos? I don't know. I lost track.
Yep. And the traitor that is Darkmoon.
Oh, you're gonna keep on the traitor thing.
Oh,
You
don't-
hurt me. You hurt me, Dark.
Don't worry, the
Um,
portal will be opening up any minute now to drag him back.
I want to be in that portal. Okay.
Somebody take a face or an icon of Darkmoon and also get die, and that scene from Star Wars of just saying traitor and just have that fucking like lightsaber thing come in and they fight it off over this entire
Or-
fiasco.
Yes.
Or another idea is you just have Dark being dragged into the MILF portal with Dai just sitting there
my
taking two.
No, he better. Remember that scene in Star Wars involving that giant whatever that thing in the ground?
Mhm.
And then just put Darkmoon's face on Boba Fett. There you go.
Mhm.
He's getting sucked down
Oh,
in.
no.
Darkmoon is Boba Fett being sucked down to the MILF realm.
Yeah, and also
Oh my
the other meme in which the guy says, "God, I wish that was me." Just put my icon there.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
And finally, I guess host for today's podcast, Dylan. It was great to have you here, man.
Yeah, it was awesome being here, dude. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
No problem.
Coming by, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Learned a lot today.
Yep. Thank you. With that said, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day and night. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I hear the portal opening.
Woo!